So this week's Sandler rule is sell today, educate tomorrow. Let me ask you a little personal question here. Do you suffer from premature presentation syndrome? I have a feeling that a lot of you do. See, here's what typically happens. Um, People think that in order to make a sale, you need to share with the prospect everything that your product or service does. Well, here's the first challenge. Whenever you're talking in a in a sales call, you're not listening, and your job as the salesperson is to get as much information as possible. So, what traditional sellers typically do is they'll ask a few questions about what a buyer needs, and then they'll immediately go into presentation mode. This is the premature presentation syndrome at its best. And it's even worse than that. See, often what most of us do is we show up cold with insufficient information, and we end up trying to wing it. And when we wing it, what we do is we end up talking about what we're most comfortable talking about, which is ourselves, our company, and our product and service. And so most of the time, our educating impulse, which is what we're doing when we do all this, results in throwing a lot of stuff against the wall that has nothing to do with buyers' pains. What does this do? This wastes time. It turns buyers off. It stretches out sales cycles. And ultimately, it shrinks closing ratios. You don't win enough deals. So if you want to take your game to the next level, save your presentation for late in the sales cycle. Use the beginning part of the sales conversation to really discover their pains, not just needs, their pains. Can you quantify them? Can you talk about the impact of them? That's not educating. That's discovering. Next, do you know this? What their buying process looks like? Do you know what their budget looks like? Do you know the people that are going to be involved? That all needs to take place before we do any type of presenting. Once we have all that, then we can map everything that we learned in the beginning part of the sales conversation for the presentation. We make our presentation concise, we map it to their pain points, and we use it to basically get the decision over the line. So don't present too early. Don't suffer from premature presentation syndrome. Save it to the last. You'll find that your sales go up. All right. Good selling, everyone.